I'm Kennedy Jones, and I'll be doing my date of birth speech on Pete Davidson. Pete Davidson was born on November 16th, 1993, in Staten Island, New York, and his mother and father are Amy and Scott Davidson, and they're both from New York as well. And Pete was raised Catholic, and he has a younger sister named Casey. His father was a New York firefighter who died in service during the 9/11 attacks, and he was last seen running up the stairs of the Marriott World Trade Center just before it collapsed. And Davidson was 7 years old at the time, and it affected him. It really affected him at that age. And he told New York Times at the time, when he had an interview with New York Times, he told them that it was overwhelming and that he would often act out in school as a result of the trauma. At one point, he would rip out his hair until he was bald. He has several issues that he deals with. He has Crohn's disease, and also he has borderline personality disorder, and which he's receiving treatment for. And his Crohn's disease, he takes intravenous medicine, and also he does medical marijuana as a pain reliever for his Crohn's disease. In October 2016, Davidson revealed on the Breakfast Club morning radio show that he struggled with suicidal thoughts when he was younger because of the loss of his father, and that rap music helped him through it tremendously. And so now that's why he listens to rap music, and a lot of stuff that he's on pertains to rap music. And when Davidson was 16, he was at a Staten Island bowling alley where he and a group of friends were hanging out that night, and they had an open mic night for a stand-up comedy. And his friends dared him to get on stage, and he was talking in an interview and said that he only got up there because he had smoked marijuana earlier that day. And that's when he explained to the media that he had Crohn's disease since he was 17 or 18, and that he couldn't function without marijuana, adding that he would not even be able to work on Saturday Night Live without the use of his medical marijuana, and that he has attempted to perform without it, and they have not been successful. And he explained that he can perform while he's not high, but it wouldn't be that much fun for him, is how he explained it to the media. So the high schools he attended were St. Joseph by the Sea High School, then he transferred to Tottenville High School, and then after that he transferred to Xaverian High School in Brooklyn, and that's where he graduated in 2011. His mother still works as a school nurse at the latter. Following high school, he enrolled in St. Francis College in Brooklyn Heights, remaining briefly there before he dropped out, and that's when he started pursuing his career as a stand-up comedian. So after that year, he started appearing on MTV shows, and he appeared on Guy Code and MTV2. And that June, his first television stand-up aired as part of a second season episode of the Comedy Central program Gotham Comedy Live, which showcases stand-up comedians at the Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. In the following month, he returned to MTV2, and he appeared on Nick Cannon Presents Wild 'N Out. Of his first 6 episodes, the first 6 episodes of that show, he was a guest star appearance. So, and he also made stand-up appearances at Adam's Divine House Party, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Comedy Underground with David Attell, and he also appeared in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And then in 2014, he acquired a role in the Fox comedy pilot Sober Companion, but it ultimately did not make it to the series. So after that, Davidson joined the cast of Saturday Night Live with the show's 40th season premiere, which debuted on September 27th, 2014. At age 20, he was the first Saturday Night Live cast member to be born in the 1990s, and one of the youngest cast members ever. So that's a big deal for him. He also met his fiancée on Saturday Night Live, which this was recently, this was in 2018. He met Ariana Grande on Saturday Night Live, and they got engaged shortly after. And this was a big controversy in the entertainment industry. Ariana Grande is a singer, and they met there, and he proposed to her later that year. They'd only been dating for a few months, and shortly after they broke up, she ended things, and then she wrote a song about him. And there's a song called Pete Davidson on her new album, and there's also a song called Thank You Next, and she mentions Pete in both of those songs. So, also, one fun fact before we end this video, Pete Davidson is a huge Hillary Clinton fan, and he supported her through her whole campaign a few years ago. And he's such a big fan that he has a tattoo of Hillary Clinton on his left leg. So you can tell how dedicated he is to that. But that is the conclusion of my date of birth essay. I hope you enjoyed it and learned some interesting things about Pete Davidson and his life. Thank you.